Updated March 30, 2018, 16 hours, 54 minutes and 59 seconds. As a fleet of 57 yachts leaves Brisbane's Moreton Bay northward bound today, there is one boat among them that has sailed against the odds year after year. The family-owned yacht Wistari will this year mark its 50th time competing in the annual Brisbane to Gladstone yacht race. The 10.7 metres boat was built from scratch from salvaged parts by Noel Patrick 6 decades ago. His son, Scott Patrick, said it was built on a very limited budget. "My father didn't have a lot of money, he had to scrounge and it was handmade," he said. The plywood in hull was war surplus wood from a mosquito plane. Other curious parts of its makeup include a lead ballast cast made from melted-down car batteries, an old shower basin, roofing nails. "There was a lot of ex-war stuff going cheap in the 1950s, Mr. Patrick said. Wistaria winner Scott Patrick was 5 years old in 1965 when his father first launched Wistari onto the water in Gladstone in central Queensland. "I pretty much grew up on Wistari," he said. The yacht did not win the Brisbane to Gladstone yacht race when it first competed that year, despite it being quite a radical high-performance boat for its time. Yet Noel Patrick finessed his design and Wistari ended up winning gold 4 times between 1971 and 1982. It really was in its element in 1974 and then more modern designs started coming in and surpassing it, Scott Patrick said. Legacy kept alive. Noel Patrick died in 1993, leaving the boat in the family. "When my father died, Wistari was on its last legs," Scott said. Scott never sailed alongside his father in the Brisbane to Gladstone yacht race, but after his father's death, he decided to dock the yacht and start competing in the annual Easter racing tradition. "It's a relatively pleasant race. It's usually a following breeze race. It breezes from behind and it's warm," he said. With high winds forecast for Friday, Scott said conditions were not looking in Wistari's favour, with bigger boats more suited to the conditions. The race is 308 nautical miles with the current record at just over 20 hours. "At the end of the day, I'm still very competitive. I always race the boat hard," he said. "I'm not here to cruise up the coast. I always hope we do well in the finals." He said his father would probably be amazed that Wistari was still competing in the annual race. He'd be dumbfounded. He wouldn't believe it. He said, "It's pretty emotional and nostalgic. I guess that's why you keep coming back to doing it." Wistari's showing her age in a few spots, but she's still seaworthy. "It's done very well sailing up and down the east coast over the years." Topics: sailing, other sports, sport, human interest, people. Gladstone 4680, Brisbane 4000, Queensland, Australia. First posted March 30, 2018, 9 hours, 31 minutes and 20 seconds.